So LinkedIn is a subject so intense, so important nowadays. And you guys are here, and I know why you are here. You are here because you know that might not be doing enough or exploring how all the benefits of this tool, all the aspects of this tool. I'm here to help you with that. But let me back up a little bit here and tell you for 2 minutes my story here. 11 years in this country. I'm from Brazil, we helped a lot of people to come to this country here, legally, of course, to work here, because we found that the job market was demanding here in Europe. And then if there's a qualified people who wants to come to this continent here, so let's help them. Let's give them tools. Let's realize their dreams on top of all, right? But what happened when they landed here, or even before they did that? We realized that there was a gap there, which was the soft and social skills of people coming from my country, from South America, right? Why? Because things are different in these places. Even in India or Eastern countries, things are different. Even like being on time is not as important in Brazil as it is here. See? Isn't that true? I know this guy, he's from Venezuela, so it's like, okay, it's whatever, More relaxed. Yeah. So we built this methodology. It's a training methodology that we submitted all these people through the training until they were ready. So some people would stick with us for 12 months until they found a job, okay? And the magic happened when we realized that not only did we have a methodology, but we also established a way. We help them using LinkedIn. We help them every day in their use of the tool by teaching them how they could also expose themselves and even calling people or connecting with decision makers directly. And then I spoke so many times since 2015 and 16. I spoke so many times about LinkedIn to these people and for audiences, this size, larger, smaller. My first workshop, there were 3 people there. But I spoke so many times that at the end of 2018, October, I launched my book, Advanced LinkedIn. It's not a book, it's not sponsored by LinkedIn. And if you ever read it, you will see that it's much more than LinkedIn. It's about changing your mindset towards social media and social networks, as I usually say. The term social sometimes implies that, okay, it's friends and family. I don't want to be so social with the people that I can get opportunities from. So professional networks or whatever. So that's what I bring here tonight. I bring a methodology that's not for job seekers. If you are here for finding a better way to find a job, you might not be in the right place. However, you can use the same tactics that you entrepreneurs will use to expose yourselves, whether you are looking for a new job, a new client partnership, retain talent, attract talent to your business, startups, big companies, big names. But at the end, you will realize it's about developing your brands online. If you are still playing the game of I'm gonna hide myself and people need to discover me, you might be dead in a few years in terms of, because the industries, they don't work this way anymore. And as I said, the social networks, they are much more than these. They are ways of communicating, and they are ways that people will do business. They are doing business. I do business every day using social media. You guys, some of you might be here tonight because you saw an ad, and this ad was targeted at you. You don't know that, but that's how it works. You might feel like, okay, it's my privacy. He invaded my privacy, and he threw an ad at me, and now I'm here. So it's how it works nowadays. The elections in the U.S., that the people will claim that people won the elections using tactics way worse than that. But the fact is, if you learn a little bit of that, how you can target your prospects, how you can target your talents, the talent you want to hire, how you can expose yourself as a brand in a way that people will want to work with you, for you, or sell and buy from you, you will say that, okay, let's see if I can bring something to you here tonight And hopefully you guys will leave this place thinking, okay, that's nice, I'll try and apply these. One bad thing that I'm gonna say is that we do these workshops a lot here, especially with the bank. And most people leave the place like confident and motivated to do it, and they turn their backs, they don't do it. See, let's try to do something. I'll go through it, LinkedIn. I won't scroll down screens on LinkedIn. You will barely see LinkedIn here tonight. I will talk about LinkedIn a lot, and even the other networks, and make your questions. We have a Q&A at the end, and I'll make your questions. We have 2 quick exercises that it's gonna be fun, I promise you. But let's make this like a pleasant, the more we can. So why LinkedIn, first of all? So LinkedIn was built for that, for putting professionals together in 2002. If you read their story, you will see how these guys, they were solving their own problems when they realized, okay, let's bring this to the world, and now they are a almost 1 billion users network. But it's the only network where you're gonna find decision makers and change makers, and that you are able to speak directly at them. And when you speak at them, you are not actually talking with them directly, because they might have their PRs behind them, they might be not be in the network as much. You will be speaking at them through content, by exposing the content, by exposing what you do best, by writing about the benefits of your product, of your selling proposition in a way that these will attract the connections, the right connections. That's where the magic happens in LinkedIn, because they put people in the same industry together through hashtags, through the content, through the keywords you have in your content. And your content is everywhere. It's inside your profile, it's inside every post you share. And if you go the extra mile, you'll see that if you create content, and it's not like a creating content once a month that's gonna work, I will show you how. You need to be there every day for these things to happen. And the magic is, you will attract those things to you. See? I also, who here is in sales? I would say everyone is in sales. Guys, you come in here, you are selling yourself. Really, you're learning new things, you are already selling yourself. So everybody's in sales. There are many ways of doing this. There is the so-called cold call, that you can just get a list and start calling people. And what happens when you cold call people that somehow already know about you or read something about you? This call is not as cold, right? So I'm gonna talk about these things as well. And learn about those two. We are used to hear about decision makers, but learn about the change makers, which is the people inside the business that you want to sell to or work for, who might not be there signing the checks or deciding, but they will influence the decision. They will bring your product to whoever decides. See, these are also the people that you'll be targeting. And when I say targeting, I'm not talking only about ads. We will barely talk about paid ads. We'll talk about organic content that you will create from your profile to your engagement that will attract these people to your profile. And I'll show you how you will engage with these people dynamically, organically, and frequently until they will come at you in terms of, hey, I know that you do something. Isn't that nice? When you sell something, someone comes at you and say, hey, don't you work with that? I know that you do that. So how does that work? You know, what's your price? See? And that happens. And LinkedIn is the perfect environment, and it's the perfect framework for you to do that.